Good morning. It looks like Iowa, for the start of the day, is at least getting the rainfall. It's not exactly fair weather, but I would not say it's going to stay that way. Should clear up quite a bit later on today. All right, now, way too much rain is happening to places between West Virginia and Kentucky. In fact, significant flash flooding occurring today. Now, we've been tracking flash flooding the last couple of days. We saw it in St. Louis with flash flood emergencies. Today, unfortunately, is not much different, but we're seeing it across much of Kentucky and many of these areas experiencing pretty unprecedented amounts of rainfall. Flood watches have been in effect for most of the state of Kentucky and parts of West Virginia, from Charleston, Lexington, Bowling Green, all the way down to the Tennessee border. But the amount of rain that has fallen in the last 8 to 10 hours is, again, pretty mind-blowing from what we have been seeing. In St. Louis, it was not too dissimilar, and that was a 1 in 1,000-year event. This is likely another one of those. Amazing to have that just in a short period of time. 8 inches on the low end in some spots. We're seeing upwards of a foot in this highlighted area that you can see. Those flash flood emergencies in effect through the early morning, at least until around 7 to 9 a.m. All right, so this isn't the only spot that we could be seeing issues with flash flooding. We are looking at least a level 3 out of 4 risk over here towards Kentucky, but as you notice, there's a stripe of level 2 all the way through parts of Kansas, Oklahoma Panhandle, and then southern Colorado, northern New Mexico, also a level 3 out of 5 threat, 3 out of 4. We could see that as another pretty big issue today. This is the incredible thing. Take a look at this. From coast to coast, heat, flooding, heat, flooding, heat. It just continues across the entire country practically and alternates along the way. So we have two extremes just basically flip-flopping each other. And now the heat is on and still again across parts of the Northwest. We're seeing it in the central United States again through Oklahoma, but this is definitely going to be the worst of it up here. And as you notice, parts of Washington, 109 degrees. While there's not much humidity to make a heat index factor, that's still pretty incredible. Northern California, southern Oregon, 110 in Medford, 115 in Redding. Now that's hot even for Arizona standards. Wow. Some very high heat, dangerously high. In fact, the next few days, it'll continue to see the heat around, but it is going to step down very slowly, very little. And the difference between 109 and 115, I don't think you can really say. That's much better. But we'll slowly see some improvements out there. So today's outlook, again, the flooding threat's going to be basically right along this front that we're seeing, and it's continuing across parts of Kentucky, and then we'll see it again with that system in Colorado. And then once we're finally into the next couple of days, we're talking about the rainfall threat in places like Denver, and even Phoenix going to get some rainfall from the monsoons, but the high heat, you see Seattle slowly stepping down, but 94 for Seattle still cooking quite a bit. Sacramento, 99. Off to the East Coast, as you notice, we're still seeing some fairly similar looking weather across much of the country.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.